today I'm going to do something that I don't think has ever been featured in the entire internet. At least I couldn't find it. I'm going to show you a slow motion video of paint breaking on a mountain, which is like one of the most elusive things that, a beginner artist tries to first master, is getting that snow to break on the mountain. Before we go too far, I do want to thank our Patreon members. If you're not a member on Patreon, check the link in the description because I do all kinds of fun stuff over there. I think you'll really enjoy it. Now, for the sake of getting on to the point, I'm just fast forwarding through all of this underpainting process, the background process, and then we'll get right to the slow motion. Now, I've already watched this through a couple of times and I've learned a lot, so I hope that you find this as fascinating as I did. I wasn't sure what to make of this whole experiment, but boy, when I got the footage in the computer, it really is interesting. Now, I'm going to play it back at regular speed so you can see. This is my first stroke on the mountain, and I just pull that roll of paint right down like we always do. But there's a couple of things I didn't even notice until I watch it back. Now, here's slow motion. And the first thing I want you to notice is I'm going in perpendicular to the canvas with that roll of paint to where the blade touches, but the roll of paint really barely touches to start with. Now you'll notice I had a little trouble getting the paint to stick right here, and you probably didn't notice that in the full speed. But here on slow-mo, you see, oh, it didn't quite stick. And what I do is I shove that knife up to get it to stick, which I did subconsciously. I didn't even know I did that. And then once it's stuck there, I can then pull it down in an even fashion. It's not so important that the roll is even, but the knife needs to hold that paint in an even layer. In other words, you don't want too much paint to touch, and you don't want not enough paint to touch. And that is the secret to doing this. Do you see how that knife blade works its way down into a parallel fashion? And it's done very, very evenly. That pull is very even as I rotate that knife in my hand, which is the secret to doing this. It's far more important than not enough or too much pressure, is creating that consistent edge. Yeah, it's really interesting to see it in slow motion. Now I'm going to show you another clip, and this is the second stroke that I'm going to show you. And here it is in full speed. It's very hard to film. I was only really able to film these two strokes well. So there it is in slow motion now. And you'll see, even though my little roll of paint's not very even, as I pull down, I'm going from perpendicular to parallel with the canvas, and my motion is even. I think it's the motion that is the most important part when you do these palette knife mountains. Look at that. You can see just little by little, I'm rotating that blade in a very, very even fashion to create that look. And it feeds clean paint continually to the edge. Well, that's it for this quick video. Hopefully you found it entertaining or maybe learned something from it. Don't forget to check out our website, DVDs, and Brushline. Thanks for watching. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe if you're not already, and click the like button. That helps me out a lot. Stick around, watch a couple more videos, and stay inspired.